Hello everyone, Davey here. I thought I'd do a quick video on something a bit nerdy here. My favourite noise, I think, in the world is this old Telecaster. It's a 66, it's been my main guitar for a long time now. Through this old AC30, which I've had coming up a year and a half, something like that, or a year-ish. It's a 1963 non-top boost model Vox AC30. And I love to use it with a treble booster, and everyone goes, whoa, you've got a Telecaster in AC30, it's too bright. Treble booster, you don't need to boost any more treble. Wrong! The way that these things work, and the misconception is that AC30s are super bright, the old ones. And they're not, they're really dull. In fact, I will show you what they sound like. They sound, if I unplug and go straight in without dropping everything, this is what the normal channel of an AC30 sounds like without anything in it. That's the bridge pickup on a Telecaster. That's the amp halfway up on the normal channel. But if I put a treble booster in front of it, and again, I'm going to try not to break everything as I do this, it will sound a bit like this. Big difference. The treble booster is designed to act as an exciter for that channel that boosts all the right frequencies, so it actually sounds kind of normal, right? But the way it interacts with your guitar is fabulous. If you turn down your volume, it gets lovely and glassy and beautiful and clean. It's just a wonderful noise to me. However, I can't travel all the time with my vintage AC30 as much as I'd love to. Aeroplanes frown upon that kind of thing these days to bring this on. So I've been trying so hard to find different solutions to be able to bring something in a backpack or a suitcase that I can take to any backline rented amplifier that I could just plug in and get something similar. And I've gone through so many options. Now there's the whole computer side option of like Kemper profilers and all of this stuff. I'm just not that's not the way that my mind works. I can't get a hold of computers very well. You could probably tell by all of the videos that I do. I'm just not technologically minded enough to deal with that stuff. I want real-time knobs that I can just go, yeah, that sounds about right. So I think I've found something that I'm quite impressed with, and it's this little pedal here. It's called the Universal Audio Ruby Top Boost Amplifier 63. It's modelled after the same year that my amplifier is in real life. And it's got some features that I like. Now, it's got the brilliant channel, which is the chimey, jangly, kind of bright AC30 thing. But I'm just going to use it on the normal channel. And I want to use it with my same pedals that I would use my amp with. So there's a boost function here that's supposed to model one, but I got that turned off. I just want the normal channel to impart some kind of Vox flavour, I guess. When you're on the normal channel, these controls don't work. These controls don't work. It's just the cut, which is the only EQ I have on my amp. I just have one tone knob. And then you have a volume knob and you have these speaker emulators. Now, I actually found that the closest to my original blue speakers was the ones they call silver on here. And I've just got this plugged right into my computer. And I thought I would go back and forth and kind of show you. Got fairly close. Now, this is an expensive vintage amplifier. This is a relatively inexpensive pedal. I got mine used for a couple of $100, which is not an insignificant amount of money, but it's a lot cheaper than a vintage Vox. There are so many different factors to take into consideration with this. It's not a good litmus A/B test. There's so many variables involved, but this is going into my Universal Audio aux and into the computer and is being modelled through modelled speakers. It's an amp model, but driven by an amplifier. This I tried to get as close to this sound, if that makes sense. I tried to kind of get as close as I could. So, let's do, first of all, let's do the, this is the real AC30. Neck pickup. I'm going to turn down the guitar volume because it's important how it interacts, I think. Alright, and then the bridge. Alright, let's just unplug this, throw it right into the Ruby and see how it does. Right, bridge pickup. Neck pickup. And I'm going to turn down the volume. Bridge pickup, kind of cleaner. That's the Ruby. Back to the real amp. Ruby. Now, I think that the amp interacts a little nicer when I'm using the volume control, but it's not bad. It's really not bad. And I can see this being really, really useful when I can't bring the big rig, or if it explodes in a great big ball of flames and I could just plug straight into the PA and carry on. I could make that work. And I think that that's an amazing piece of kit as a result. Considering, you know, size difference here, it's quite shocking. So, Universal Audio Ruby, it gets you pretty close, I think.